And we are live. Wednesday night with those guys, and Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
those guys.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. And as you know, Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by those guys. So, it is gloomy, raining, windy, whatever you want to call it. I know there's been bad weather along the way in the country, but somewhere, if the weather has been nice where you are, please let me know how it is where you are, and if you have been able to get out and fly, because can't fly here.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So how are you doing, Lawrence, on this gloomy Wednesday?
I'm good, man. Like you said, we haven't been able to fly, but then it doesn't mean anything because if it's sunny out, when we fly, it's for work. Everyone else is flying recreationally. We're grinding. I haven't had a recreational flight in so long. My Air 2S is over in the corner crying.
Well, things happen.
Yeah, that's true. What's up with you? What's happening with you? How are things?
Things are all right. Things are going with me. Those guys are late. No, I'm doing my thing. We're working. We're busy now. We always wanted to be busy. So
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the time. So far I'm enjoying the hanging out with these guys here in the community. That's why we're here as many Wednesdays as we can be here. I would like to be here every Wednesday, but sometimes I can't. But yes, love hanging out with the guys here in the chat and sharing stuff that's going on in the the drone world. I don't call it the drone community because the community is small, but the world is large. It's filled with a lot of people, and you can learn a lot of different people, no matter who you are, what your name is, where you come from, and what you look like. You can learn something from anyone. So, that's why I like to come and share certain things that I see that interest me, and maybe it'll interest you.
Well, hopefully tonight we can show these guys something, a little bit of what we do, and we can encourage or help people that may have been thinking about getting into some of the stuff that we do.
I mean, it's not even so much about what it's doing. It's just that, it's guys. Hey, listen, most of these guys are just like, we have one thing in common. And if you dig deep, I'm quite sure a lot of us have some other things that we have in common, and it stems from just that world we live in. The train heads, the guys that started with the RC cars and the planes and the boats, and they fly in drones. They're all the same guys. You know what I mean? Some of them are into the computers, some are not. They're all the same guys. Some
That's
of them
true.
Video game guys, some are not, but they're all the same guys.
Right. Like, can I ask real quick, how many guys out there play Xbox? I do. I'm 60 years old. Yes, I do. I play Xbox every day. I mean, you'd be surprised how many drone pilots play Xbox. There's a few guys from Rhode Island too, Herman, that play also. We all left the SD cards at home. That's happened before. That's happened. I've gotten to a site, not the site, but traveled somewhere to go fly. Got up early in the whole nine. Went out the door, said, "Don't forget your radio," and looked at the radio and got all the way to where I was going to fly. Set up my drone, set up the battery, pull my goggles out. I remember the radio was right there where I was looking at it when I went out the door.
You know what's the killer?
What's that?
The killer one is this one. And this is why pre-flight checklists are so important. To fly the entire mission, land, and then realize you never had an SD card in that thing or push the fucking record button.
Yeah, been there, done that. Or set up for a shot, timing, everything. It's time to go. It's go time, and they yell action, and you're flying around, and you're zooming, you're orbiting, you're setting up for the next, and you never hit record.
Not one.
Yeah, I know. We've all been there, guys. If you
No.
haven't, you couldn't call yourself a drone pilot. To have forgotten your SD card or your radio, or forgotten to charge batteries, anything. What's your
Oh,
guy?
oh yeah, you talking about the forgetting? Oh man, I charged the controller and the batteries, took all the batteries, put them in the bag with the drone, and left the damn controller on the charger, sitting there, and went out.
It's happened. It has happened. I understand. So don't ever get upset or anything. You know, it's.
Oh, it's all right.
I'm a firm believer. Everything happens for a reason, Herman.
Really?
I'm a firm believer. I've been delayed going somewhere to fly, and I get pissed off. Hey, Draymond.
What's up, Draymond?
Or you hit it twice, stopping your recording. Yes, I've done that too. You hit it twice, stopping your recording, thinking you just started. I've done that in FPV. Cut the camera on, laid the drone down, and I'm used to starting the camera when it's on the ground. And then I go down and I hit beep, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to fly. And I come back. No footy. No footy. That is true. Hey, Draymond, what's up, man? How are you? Hope all is well. Anyway, welcome to Wednesday night with those guys.
Oh man, you hit it twice. Yeah, that's happened.
Yeah, it's happened. But tell us your tale of woe in the chat so we can see what's going on. We got plenty of time. We got a good show. Like I said, tonight we're going to talk drones. We're going to talk Neo. Ooh. Herman is going to let you into those guys. Ariel is going to let you into their world and a little bit of what they do, what we do, why we do it. And maybe it'll inspire you, but you got to do it the right way, because Draymond will confirm if you don't do things a certain way in the world, in the drone community, and you're trying to make money doing it, you'll be a very lonely person.
I don't know. That guy is shooting a lot of buildings here in New York, and never mind.
Yeah, he is shooting a lot of buildings. I know exactly who you're talking about. Got to keep bug spray in the bag. 16. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. One hand, 6 and 6 on one finger. We're talking in code there. I know that one.
Well, we have all kinds of bug sprays. We have bug spray for your body, and we have bug spray for the bugs.
Yeah, for the big bugs, the two-legged bugs. Hey, what's up, Bill? Coast to coast. How are you, man? Hope all is well. I have no Karen stories for late, nor mishaps. I guess I need to fly more. I'm flying. It's just not recreationally.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind. Work is work. I was asking for certain jobs, and now we're getting them. So we're staying busy. Knock wood.
So stop crying.
What'd you say? Stop your blood clot crying.
Yeah, because you asked for it. How was that the old Toyota slogan? You got it.
Yeah. Toyota. Yeah. Right. I'm here. I just got
you know what, Lawrence?
What happened?
Wherever you disappeared to there in the
I'm here.
In the sunset there in the waters, but
we have to go say hello to Hank. Today was his birthday, or yesterday was his birthday, and he's got all kinds of specials going on. Doing his paddleboard thing. And I thought it'd be nice. He actually had somebody with a drone take footage of his trailer. They did a little orbit and stuff. So I was like, the big boys need to show up. Huh?
I'm still not gonna take a class.
Oh no, I'm not taking no paddleboard class either. Well, I'll go there and fly the hell out of that place.
You should go take a class. You might learn how to swim by default.
Nope. I'm good. That's why I fly drone. I can fly out over the water. I can fly up high. I can fly to a mountain. I can fly anywhere I want and keep my damn feet on the ground and dry.
Really?
I'm good. I'm good. Definitely.
So let me ask you a question.
Sure.
So let's say you was being chased by an animal that you knew couldn't swim. Would you run in
Oh,
there?
I'd go in the water then. Knowing he couldn't swim, but knowing he couldn't swim, yeah. I got to continue education complete. All right, Bill, you enjoy the evening, man. Thanks for popping in.
All right, Bill. Take it easy, man. You know that
But
list
see,
is small,
that's
right?
Huh?
You know that list is small, right?
Yeah, it's very small because I was about to say it's myth about cats don't like water. Tigers, lions, all of them, they go into the water. If the prey runs into the water, they will go into the water to get it. So will a bear. So will a bear. A moose. It doesn't matter.
Well, moose can swim, so can bears.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I said to you. That list is small, so I'm like, no. So
yeah, it is very, very small. You're right about
that. Can get you into the water. I got you.
There's not a whole lot, but
there's a whole lot of stuff in the water that can get you out of the water, right?
Oh yeah, I know that too. I know that too. But I can honestly say, they say don't plan your death. I can honestly say I know I will never be eaten by a shark. I will never die in an avalanche in the Swiss Alps. Let's see. They say don't plan your death. You should take swim lessons. I tried, bro. I tried. I've been trying all my life. The ocean has almost taken my life twice. If it's not bigger than a Staten Island ferry, I'm not getting on it. The boats that you guys get on, it's supposed to have about 5 people, but you got 20 people, 10 on each side. No, we don't do none of that shit. I'm good. I respect very large bodies of water.
Oh no.
There will just be certain ways I know I will not die. Bye, Jody. See you, Frank. In the chat. Frank is timing out. I know, right? Some of you guys have some issues, and I think you know it because you fly drones. It's shallow where you can stand up. See, I can do that. I can I can tread water for a little bit. I practiced treading water, but that Olympic swimming overhead and butterfly stroke and all that shit. No.
Hold on. Most people can't do all of that.
Good to know.
No, but what I'm saying, with what you're talking about, right? Not being able to swim and you going into where you can stand up.
Yeah.
Your list is getting even smaller, right?
Yeah, I know. It's shallow. You can stand up there. See, that's okay. That's all right. But then if you fall off, here's my issue. You fall off the surfboard and break your neck because the water's too shallow. Can you imagine?
This man needs
help. I'll come up with any excuse, bro. I'm good.
Well, anyway, what I wanted to mention, and I mentioned it this last week, right? I don't know if you was there or not, but the commercial UAV Expo, drones in action. That's September 3rd through the 5th of this year, 2024, at the Caesars Forum. Yeah, that's coming up. That's coming up in September. So you guys, if you're in the area and you feel like checking out the latest and greatest is what's coming into the market, probably maybe a lot of American companies will be featured there, but that's what's happening. Check it out, in the area, or you plan to be in the area.
Yeah, the pricing isn't too bad depending on when you go and stuff like that.
Early bird, everybody missed the early bird, so
Yeah, to catch the full conference, it's going to be $1,000 for the weekend, straight up. But you figure if you're going out there, you're gonna drop 1,000 anyway.
Right, but I mean, if you had caught the early bird when I first mentioned it,
yeah, yes, that's true.
They're right in there for
hey,
dogs.
Angie.
Oh, sure. Angie. Well, anyhow, Lawrence, there's so much things happening out there. And, like I said, this is one of them. So if you guys want to check that out, you check that out. But,
you see what Jody put?
What?
He put, sell one of the Phantom 4s, you can get a Neo, Herman.
Well, I'm not sure if I want one. And the Phantom 4s, leave my Phantom 4s alone.
Hey, Philip.
I don't have anything to map with the backup.
Yeah, this is true.
But
you can always count on the Phantom for doing stuff like that. Click that like button, guys, if you haven't already.
Lawrence, did you ever? Mention who was all in the chat?
Oh, no, I didn't. I failed to. Well, anyway, give a shout out to Flying Flynn, Jody, Best Buds with Frank Rizzo, Philip Koshak just came in, John Olson, Waypoint New England was here, STM, Drones, Angie Anderson just came in. Who else? So Bill Coast to Coast that said he's stopping. Sky Control is here from Hawaii. Let's see who else. Draymond is listening also in the background, probably working on something. And I think that RJ Ariels also is here. Brooklyn Jimmy. I think that's about it, because I know some people come in and then they don't type afterwards, stuff like that. They sit it back and they do whatever they're doing and they listen to the stream, which we highly appreciate. I wish I had the chance to listen to some of the live streams in the background. It's just hard. Like tomorrow, I know I have to get up and work on my day off, but that's okay.
What
do you want, an ambulance?
Well, you know what, Lawrence? I wanted to talk to you. We did it once before, and it was a nice turnout and everything like that. It actually was a little bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah,
the turnout was a little bigger than I thought it would be. We had a little barbecue and meetup a couple of years ago, and a few guys in the community. Captain Ray, he's one of the first guys. Well, he's the first guy to show up and the last guy to leave. Help me pack up everything and get out of there. But we had a nice time. A lot of guys showed up. So I put it out there for everybody, who watches the live stream and everybody who's a member of those guys New York City Facebook group. So we have a little barbecue that we're going to have going on, and we have a little announcement for it. So stay tuned.
Okay.
Hey.
What's up, Dan? How are you, sir?
So yeah, that's what's going on September 21st at Calvert Vaux Park here in Brooklyn. Nice little area. Few sites out there, you got the Coney Island skyline.
Mm-hmm.
Got the parachute drop in the back.
Yeah.
You got You know, nice little park, little
Barbecue area, grass area. You can sit on the
couple
grass.
boats that are, and stuff that's out there stuck in the water. There's a little yellow submarine that's stuck out there in the water.
Yeah, you can Google the infamous Coney Island yellow submarine
Yeah,
and get the whole history.
Yeah, so you guys could, if you're in the area, plan to be in the area. If you want to hang out that day, come on by. There'll be plenty of cold water and on hand for you. Hopefully, I'll have enough for everybody. You know, we don't run out of cold water.
Yeah, this is true. And Angie says she's heading back to Texas around then.
Okay.
Oh, well, sorry to hear. We would have loved for you to stop by. I'm sure.
I don't know if that's like on the way.
Yeah, it's kind of away from where you have to go, you know. But you could tell Mom, hey, Mom, we're going to make a stop real quick. And she asks, where? Well, in New York City.
I don't think that's a stop.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's a whole day of traveling. That's not a stop.
Yeah, that's true. Well, anyway, safe travels, Angie. When you do start, let us know so we can keep us posted. Stop and take some pictures, or stop and fly. That would be real nice to do. Welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. We have a little bit. Go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just wanted to mention something about the barbecue real quick. That we do. We have that's what's going on September 21st, and we'll be there. And you know, everyone's invited if you're listening, or if you saw the video. Everyone who saw the video or heard me speak about it, you're invited. So anybody who's a member of the Facebook group or wants to be a member, you're invited too. All friends and family are welcome.
Yeah, you don't have to live in New York to come. We know we have a few people travel all the way from Jersey. A couple of people from Long Island came out also, even though that is still in New York. But people did travel to get there. We even had a few New Yorkers that fly in New York regularly stop through and say hello. I remember, which was a good thing.
And Captain Ray.
Yeah, and Captain Ray, I know he's going to be there.
I don't know if Captain Ray is from New York or he's from Florida or
that's that witness protection thing. I don't know, man. You never know whether he's going or coming.
Is his name really Ray?
All you know is he's there. If you say barbecue or meet up to fly, Captain Ray will be there.
But is his name really Ray if he's in the witness program?
Just things that make you go we shall find out. We will find out, but
you got jokes. No, but also, you know, what's coming up very soon is the Vegas drone meetup. This is happening in November. So that ain't that much, that ain't too far away. November 8th through the 10th. That's the week of what was that? Veterans Day, right? Weekend. So, you know, it's a good time. If you've never been to Vegas and you can make it and you're trying to make plans to make it, make it. I will tell you that. If you can make it, because Vegas is a beautiful place. Especially that time of year. I mean, it might get a little cool in the evening. But other than that, hopefully it gets a little cool in the evening, because it doesn't seem like anything gets cool in the evening anymore.
Okay.
But
well,
yeah, that's a nice place to visit. Yeah.
Well, for those of you who don't know, we have not been flying here in New York because it's been raining off and on. And then you have Hurricane Debbie coming up the East Coast. Right now, I think it's near the Carolinas, are dying out and trying to re-enter back over land somewhere near Virginia. But they claim from tonight through Saturday it's going to rain. The hurricane will be here. The they're hoping it goes north of us, which means that does us no good, because if it goes north of us, that goes up into Connecticut, and that doesn't do us any good because,
Early?
huh?
Not necessarily. It'll be fun.
Hey, Warren, what's up, man? How are you? Can't stay giving the thumbs up. What? The doggy's got to go for a walk already, Warren? What's up, man? What are you feeding that dog?
What? Tell him food.
Human food, right?
You know what's funny about that?
What's that?
I remember I was talking to this guy, right? Well, you know Phil, right? I'm talking to Phil, right? I said, Phil, you ever get a dog a steak? Phil goes, I don't get a dog people food. I'm like, Phil, eating an animal was, I think, more dog than human at one point. How is that people food? Like, I'm like, let's be for real, seriously.
Yeah, for real. Oh, well, all I know is I'd like to have a dog. I'd like to get a dog. Just right now. Right now, it's not economically possible. Actually, location. It's location of where I'm at right now.
Imagine you with a dog.
Why?
Listen.
I had one before.
The dog.
But that was under bad circumstances. We
actually
adopted him, and they gave us a sickly dog.
You know what? The dog would know better because geographically, you. Oh wow.
The dog would know where he's at.
The dog will know where he's at.
That's funny. Oh, because I have no sense of direction.
No.
Unless it's on a drone. I can get you from here to Timbuktu with a drone, but don't ask me directions. Go down the block until you see a green water tower, turn right at that, and then go another 6 blocks till you see the police precinct. That's how I'd give my instructions.
And that person will end up right back where they started at.
Yeah, possibly. Quite. I was wondering who was the first person to put over an open fire. You got to watch how you see. You got to say no Diddy after that. Sky Control.
What happened?
He says, I was wondering who was the first person to put meat over an open fire. I was like, yo, you got to say no Diddy on that one.
Well, I guess the first guy that figured out it didn't taste so good, like the way he seen the other animals eating it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a possibility. All right, what are we going to get into first?
If you crisp it up a little bit, it might taste better between these two leaves.
Oh no, we got 2 minutes before our first sponsor break.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
So we could actually go straight to your first sponsor.
Okay.
All right. Since it's 2 minutes, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm just saying, you know?
Sure, why not? What the hell?
All right.
For drone news and tech talk, tune in every Wednesday night, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to Wednesday Night with those guys.
That's right. Every Wednesday night. Every Wednesday night. They're supposed to be there.
Right. We're trying to come up with more promo stuffs for you guys.
Sometimes it is, sometimes they're not, you know.
Well, they should already know. If we're not here, and it's got to be for a reason. Most likely it's work, you know, work related. But sometimes we know at last minute whether we're going to be doing certain things in certain places, and sometimes we don't.
I got a joke for you, Lawrence.
Go for it.
I went to the doctor, right? This what do you call those people that the neurologist, right?
Okay.
Because I'm having the hand issues again.
Right.
So I went to this doctor. He did this nerve test, right? He's telling me that I have a pinched nerve in my elbows. I'm like, okay, I have a pinched nerve in my elbows. How do we unpinch it? How do we fix this?
Right.
So he tells me he's going to give me this prescription or script for therapy or whatever. And he made some recommendation to the doctor, the other doctor that sent me to him. So anyway, they also send some other things to some people or whatever for something that they wanted me to use.
Right.
And I get a call from this lady, and she's telling me that the doctor wants me to use these elbow pads. I'm like, I'm not riding. I'm not walking around with elbow pads on, like if I'm in a roller derby or some shit. Like how does that work? Like how does that unput the nerve wearing this elbow pad? I'm like, I don't crash into shit with my elbows. I'm like what do I need an elbow pad for?
You don't do any wrestling moves on the sidewalk, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for instance, if I'm in my 50s. If I'm on the floor, it's because I plan to be there, or it's an accident. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's no in between thing there. So I don't know what all of that elbow pad thing is. But anyway, you're here there. But last week, Lawrence, when we were all talking about some of the stuff that was going around circulating between your boy Igor from Quattro News, and they had put out the they had showed that thing there with the thingy
FCC.
That guy, the FCC. So we saw that last week, right? We also saw some pictures of the drone. We saw, we actually saw one little picture, and this was one of the teasers that they had out there. Remember what that was?
Yeah, I remember.
This is this thing that this guy was playing around. And that, all of that was going around out there and stuff like that right there. And then now we had also saw some pictures of the box, right? That was one of the things that we saw, right? The box. We saw the box, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, this is when it becomes more interesting. Seeing what's in the box. Nice, right? What's in the box? We saw all of these things, right? What's in the box? We saw that box cover. All of these things came down the pipe, right?
Right.
We even saw pictures of the drone close. Right?
Yeah.
And the one thing that interests me in this was the fact that they claim is supposed to be 135 grams. Now, this is going to come with a set of Googlers, right? I believe that's what it showed on the box, right? The box
particular setup, yes.
Well, the box showed that it's coming with some Googlers, right?
Yes.
They're goggles, right? Goggles, all right. Box says it's coming with goggles, right? That's cool, fun, right? It's coming with goggles. Now, what I don't know. I mean, I want to put that back up there again, right? Now, if this is what's coming in the box, right? I'm looking here. Now, I'm looking at this controller. This is the controller they're gonna fly this thing with, or from what I'm looking here on the box, an option of a motion controller.
Correct.
So I'm curious to know, because DJI has other controllers. Is this something that they might open up to those other controllers too?
I believe they will. It's a matter of firmware. Now, the fact that it comes with the RC motion controller or the old N1 R2D2 controller, that's optional. I see that happening, but my question is, and nobody has asked this question in the world of this DJI Neo coming out. And if you can loop the picture of the drone with the camera facing us. If you can loop that picture, and I want to point out something, this one right here, No one has mentioned anything about this camera. It does not look like the DJI O3 unit. Could they be changing the camera form?
I don't really think that it matters.
Well, the reason I'm bringing it up, and if sorry for interrupting, but the reason I'm bringing it up is because DJI is known to switch up on you. When you get used to using an O3 or an Air unit, they have to come out with something new. And this is a new drone, and this is a new design, a new type of camera. I think personally, could I be wrong?
I just think it's a new housing.
I'm hoping so.
We don't really know everything yet on this, but what we do know is that we did see some stuff that was on Twitter on what did we see? What we saw was what? Because remember, there was a lot of talk about that action camera, right? That too. Talk about that too, right? So we did see this, right? Now I know we saw this, right?
Yes.
The Action Pro standard combo and the LC combo. They're all released on what? What's the launch date we got here?
The 28th. I mean the 8th. The 28th. The 28th.
Yeah, the 28th, and we got the Neo, right, and the Neo Fly More combo and the Motion. Because remember we showed that one box with the motion controller, Fly More combo. That's on the 20th, right, of this month. Wow, that's interesting.
We shall see. We shall see. The 20th. Well, the Neo's coming out first on the 20th, and I see it. If it's coming with the goggles and a motion controller,
the following week, Wednesday, would be the next week too. Well, not next week, but in 2 weeks, Tuesday, they're predicting that the Neo will be out, and then the following Wednesday, for the Action 5 Pro. Okay, that's interesting, quite interesting. But we also have seen what we're showing. They said something about the flight time, 16 minutes. Wow, interesting.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad for that size drone, considering FPV batteries. We're getting 3 to 6 minutes. You know, DJI has always been.
I think it'll be give and take. Yeah.
And DJI has always been at the pinnacle of battery life. I mean, if you think about it, they've always had a decent battery time. No matter what birds you had, they had a time that beat the competitor.
Yes, they did.
On flight time.
Oh, yeah, because you remember when the Phantom 4 Pro would be up there and everybody else would be landing and changing? They'd be like, yeah, I'm still.
Yeah, when we were flying the 3DR Solos, the Phantom 4 Pro would go up and you could burn 2 batteries with the C3DR Solo, which was estimated at 15 minutes battery, give or take time, 12 minutes if you look down to it. So I learned how to make videos in 12 minutes because of that.
But yeah, so the motion controller, right? It's supposed to come in this setup, right?
Yes.
That's what's in the box, right? Motion controller. So I guess that that's it. Hey, listen. This sounds like a good little pickup, man. I think they're gonna make some money with this for Christmas. Especially now the end of the
if Bart on Jody's going, what goggles? On the box it shows goggles, whether the goggles 3 or the ones before that, I have no idea. I don't have a clue. I could not tell you.
More than likely, they'll be the latest goggles.
Yeah, that's true. This is true.
Probably the latest goggles. What I was more interested in is, and I don't know, I saw this. I'm not holding this to any truth or anything like that. But I saw this, and I'm just going to bring it up because I'm quite sure a lot of other people saw it too. And if this is true, this is going to fly off the shelf. I kid you not, solely because it's a DJI product.
And it's a complete kit.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Are you looking at this price?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys can see it.
They should be able to.
Yeah, I can see it on the screen. Do you see
$250.
Are you kidding me?
The price of the drone. If the price is $250, I might even get one. He
said it before me.
Dead ass. Right. Angel says yes, Barkley. He's taking the red pill. I'm serious. For $250, I might get one. I mean, I don't see it being $250 with those goggles.
Oh,
and therein lies the problem.
That's interesting.
The goggles cost more. The goggles cost more than the whole set.
Yeah, I can't hold to that price, but let's think about it.
Yeah.
Where would it fit in the price range? Because, I mean,
with the goggles, I'm saying about $500. $500.
Wow.
With the goggles, I say around $500. Drone, right? Jody's saying drone and controller. Sounds like it would be a good deal at Costco. But honestly, I would say the price range of this drone, because it's smaller, with the controller, with just the controller and the 3 batteries, they're all coming in bundles. So you're going to get 3 batteries and no matter what. But $500. I'm saying in that area there. How much does the Avata 2 cost? Starter set?
You said the starter set?
Let me see. Hold on. The Avata 2.
The Avata 2 starter set.
2.
I don't know if they have a starter set.
$1,100. $1,000.
No,
$1,000, give or take. The Fly More is $1,500. So you got to So then I raise my price on that with the goggles. Okay, I'm saying I'm erasing that $500 there, and I'll say $600 to $800.
No.
For that little drone, $600 to $800. If you're getting 3 batteries, a controller, and goggles,
you ain't getting all that obstacle avoidance on this thing and all kind of bells and whistles.
Goggles 3 price right now. DJI goggles 3. They're going for $500 though. I don't see them putting a $500 pair of goggles in with a 139-gram drone. I'm sorry.
No, you don't see it happening?
No, I don't see it happening.
Well, maybe
somewhere
that's
between $1 and $10,000. Barkley. Yeah, you're right, guys.
Maybe
even Angel says 1,000 because they're asking that that price for.
Hold on a second. Let me ask you. Let's be honest. For a drone, battery, and controller, what's classic price?
Classic price $1,500. $1,500 right there.
So DJI is not letting you walk away without paying what? At least what?
At least $1,200. At least $1,200.
I don't
know. No, that wouldn't make sense because the Avata 2 is $1,100.
No, I don't think it would go that high. This is going to be cheaper than that.
See, Jody's right. I'm thinking around the 800 mark. 800 or 1,000. 800 to 1,000.
This is not going to be that expensive.
Because they take out some features. You see what Angel put? I think it will be cheaper, and they will probably take out some features from the new goggles. That's a possibility. That's a thought.
No, they probably give you the goggles, but the drone won't have the features that you're looking for.
True. Yeah. Which would encourage you to go out and get another DJI drone, like the Avata 1 or the Avata 2. Or there you go. Yeah. Get them hooked in, and then they realize this drone's a piece of shit. I need a bigger, better one. I'm being honest.
No, that's not what it is. It's
I
not
know.
a piece.
I know. Nothing good. Nothing DJI makes is garbage. I agree.
It's not a piece of shit. It's just like, you remember when you was a kid, right? And you had the bike with the banana seat, right?
Yeah.
And you had your card in the spokes and shit. So when it went around and made the noise and all that, you had all that. Right? And you used to jump all kind of ramps and everything with it. And as you got older and cooler, you wanted the 10-speed, right?
Yeah.
No more of that, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Same thing. You start out with that little drone, right? And after a while, they keep going into return to home as soon as I get to the end of that pond over there.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking. I know exactly what you're talking about. So what happens? You go out and you get the next.
You know what's funny? That was the case years ago with DJI. Like with the Mavic 3 standard and to the Pro, and then from the Pro to the 4 and the 4 Pro.
Yeah, I remember.
Got larger and larger and larger because I used to measure the drone by how far it can make it into Coney Island from Calvin.
What if it couldn't clear the creek? It wasn't worthy.
You gotta get something else.
Yeah, well, just like the Typhoon H, great looking drone, beautiful looking drone. I want that futuristic.
You know what's crazy about the Typhoon
fly
H?
across the damn street.
You know what's funny about the Typhoon H, Lars?
Huh.
If you had to bring a bunch of drones to show off the baddest drones in the world, you'd let that one get off the bus first.
Yep.
Back when it first came out.
Yeah.
But they couldn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not the Typhoon H. It's the other one, Herman.
Yeah, it is the Typhoon H. You talking about the one with the 100 arms on it? Yeah, and the camera in the middle.
Oh, that's right. It was the Typhoon H and the unique Typhoon. I think that's it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
Typhoon H.
Yeah. It's great camera, great looking bird.
I thought the Breeze was overpriced at the time when it was out.
Yeah, little $800 for that little thing.
I think that's because everybody was asking for money for drones. And it's funny, the drone market just grew and grew and grew and grew and grew. But this little drone here that DJI is planning to put out, where does you think this fits in, though? But seriously, because I was looking at it, it's like a little indoor joint that you can use. Remember we was talking about flying that doctor's office and everything like that? Yeah, that sounds like something for something like that.
Right. The unique Q500. Yeah, that was it. The unique Q500. That one, Herman, was the one I think that looks like, hold on, I'm going to try and pull up a picture of it. That looked all futuristic and I was really disappointed. Yep, this is it. The unique. Hold on, here it is. Let me share real quick. This is the one that I was talking about, Herman. Not the, even though the H had similar. Right here. This is it. Right here. $500. You can get it from Wally World. This thing had the antenna. The antenna must have been non-void because this thing barely get across the street. Great looking bird, futuristic looking. And they got named this brand DJI. Oh wow. Somebody's really trying to steal your money at Wally World.
The Typhoon H was the same thing.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It had what was it? It was 1 minute or a quarter mile, whatever it was, whichever came first.
1 minute or a quarter mile. I've heard people say once I leave the perimeter of the park, it goes into return to home. I do remember. Great looking drone. Hey, I'll sell mine for cheaper. Angel says. Great. You remember I remember somebody who had one too, and they brought it out to Rockaway to the beach, and I was like, I'm not impressed. I was like, what's that beeping? He's like, it went into return to home already.
Yo, check it out. Tom's Tech Time. The Typhoon H versus the Phantom 4 Pro.
Really?
Yeah, funny. One of the funniest videos I've ever seen in my life. Watch the drone come up to the tree, move to the side, and watch the Typhoon H.
Straight into the tree, right? Wow.
Like you didn't see it.
No, obviously not. It never even.
Obstacle avoidance has come a long way.
Oh, see, drone Angels. He's trying to sell his now. He says, I even have carbon fiber props for it.
For what?
For the H500 that he has.
Really? Okay.
That's what's up.
How? No, because I know another dude who was asking me how much he could get for his, and I was like, "Yeah, I know people who have these things that they don't fly them; they just have."
So what you doing? Tearing shit up over there?
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like. You know, I would like to pose and take pictures with it, Angel, but I don't think I'd buy it.
That's just like what was that other what was the one there? GoPro Karma.
Oh yes. That drone is slower than the DJI Mini SE. Damn.
You need to stop.
They're putting it in the chat. I'm reading the chat.
Y'all gotta stop. You know, because there was a lot of good drones out there, and a lot of them. I think that no, but I just think that the disparity of the quality drops off so fast.
Yeah.
After DJI.
Yeah, you're right.
That the market was flooded with a lot of drones that were bench players and not starters.
That's true, right?
You know what I mean?
Jimmy got hurt. You go in there, Typhoon. Like that.
Who else do we have? Damn.
To go in, right?
I said, damn, the towel girl is busy.
Oh, shit.
All right. You know me.
Is it me or are there fewer DJI boxes behind Herman? You're just used to seeing them. They have the pile has not grown any. You're just used to seeing them now. Trust me.
There's no more boxes over there.
How are you, Joe Fodolio? Hope all is well. Thanks for popping in. Don't forget to click that like button, guys. But
I actually have Barkley's address. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pack up all of those boxes with like newspaper and ship them over to him.
Not you getting rid of your boxes.
Ship them over to him.
That's messed up.
So if they ever recall all of this, I could just put them all back in the box and send it back to them.
I hear you. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, most of them still have the purses and the net and
the original plastic
and the controllers in them.
Yeah. I have a shitload of N1R2D2 controllers.
I don't use those controllers. I use the RC Pro.
In fact, I gave away a controller. I gave away one of those N1 controllers to someone.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, that would make great tinder for the bonfire, Barkley said.
Lord. What? Controller? the cardboard.
Yeah.
There's got the bags in them.
Great Tinder.
Oh, man.
I'm sure he's talking about the bags, not the box.
You don't want to burn them plastics and stuff like that.
Listen, just light it and back away until the black smoke goes away.
You need help. You need help. You need help.
Oh my God.
You know what? Well, seriously, Lawrence.
What's up? What's up?
You know, we mentioned this the other day too, last week, and it seems like they've come up with the second firmware update released from DJI or for their RC controllers with the built-in screens in the last couple of weeks. So I don't know what is going on with these controllers. What is going on? What is going on? So they've released a new firmware update for the controllers with the built-in screens. And like I said, the RC, the DJI RC, they have which happens to be version 01.03.1700. And that is compatible with the Mavic 3 series, the Mini 3, the Mini 3 Pro, and the Air 2S. So now, the RC2, right?
Yeah.
That is version 02.02.0300. That is compatible with the Mini 4 Pro and the Air 3.
Okay.
So now the RC Pro, which happens to be version 03.02.0900, which happens to be compatible with the Mavic 3 series, the Mini 3 Pro, as well as the RC. I'm sorry about that. The Air 2S, the good old goodie, the one in
good old Air 2S.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take mine out for a spin. I've been neglecting it.
Once again, it fixes some bugs, and basically, guys, go on Assistant 2 and update this. And if you haven't done the other update, you'd have to do both updates. So you'd have to do the other update first.
I will not let you jump to the latest. I found out,
and then do the second update. So
yeah,
I don't know what more bugs it can fix. I'm learning that the RC Pro controller does not like to stand outside in the direct
in the heat,
90 some odd degree heat with no shade.
Yeah, we're finding that out doing these cell tower inspections. The RC Pro is like, you know what? I agree, Angel. The RC Pro is like, I'm a great controller, but damn, it's hot out here.
I got burned the other day by the damn drone.
Yeah. I remember. It was that hot too. But work has to get done.
No, it doesn't. We could just hang out.
I just wish I could just stand there with the drone, stand under the drone while it was blowing air straight down. That felt good for a minute. I was like, nope, got to get to work.
Lazy.
Well, all I can say is maybe, and just maybe, and a few of you guys were wondering if they were ever going to make the RC Pro compatible with any of the new stuff.
Ain't happening.
Ain't
happening, Captain. It ain't happening, Captain.
Yeah, you're right about that. It's not happening.
You know what I did want to talk about, Lawrence, real quick?
Well, before you do that, it's time for the next sponsor, dropping a shot.
Is that right? Wow. I don't have a shot, but I can do the drop. That's not a problem. Let's go for the next sponsor. Okay. Jonah dear, for those of you who are Part 107 and looking to scale your operations, this package is for you. Create your own website, book appointments, Schedule all your clients right here on Jonah Dare. They even have tools to make you a more knowledgeable pilot. So if that's something that you're interested in, Jonah Dare is for you. Check it out, Jonah Dare. The link is in the description.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, that was cool, right?
We're on point. We're on point. The sponsors are happy. No one's in my ear, even though I took out the Bluetooth. So we're doing good.
So that's what's happening. Yeah. So anyway, so as Lawrence has probably told you, I don't know if you heard, but we're doing some. Well, one of the things that we do is cell tower and the site compound inspections. So it's not just inspecting the site tower, the tower at the site, then the antennas and the stuff that's on it, of getting photos on certain degrees and angles and that they want, and creating different 360s and different models and stuff that they want.
Yeah, mapping. They want the towers mapped sometimes.
They also want to know what the compound shelter and everything at the site where the tower is looks like.
Correct.
So they don't want to go there. So they want to be able to know all the equipment that's there and see what else is there. So we have to do a scan of the entire area.
Correct.
Inside of the compound where all the equipment is. And there's a camera that we use, and it's called the Matterport Pro. And
Matterport Pro 3.
Yeah, Matterport Pro 3, I'm sorry. And this thing uses LiDAR, and it captures 360-degree area, and say about, depending on where it is, if it's indoor or outdoor, it captures up to about 5 to 6 feet clean, and you have to have these points on the ground that will overlap. So is that when you stitch it all together, when it stitches it all together, it creates a view of the area. So they don't have to go to that area. They can just punch it up, see what the entire area looks like, and take their measurements and know what equipment that they can put in there and take out and what they need to do. So, you know, that's one of the things that we do. And you know, when I had post something like that on Facebook, a couple of guys had asked me what was the price of the camera, and that's like a $6,000 camera.
Yes. Yes.
And,
ooh, yes.
And they sell kits out there with extra batteries and stuff like that to be able to do the work all day. That is $6,595 for
you want the kit with extra batteries, because you're going to turn around and go buy the extra batteries anyway. It's like having a drone with one battery. You have to buy the extra batteries.
But now, you know, something like this outside of what we do can be used for people who work in real estate, and they're trying to find a way around certain things, and they just want to be able to get views of the area. But even people in construction that might want to be able to get capture the area in what, you know, the room, or what that room that's mocked up might look like, what is it going to look like, so other people can see it without having to come to the area.
Well, I have something queued up when you're ready for the Matterport Pro 3. You can only do one at a time.
Okay. So Lawrence has a video that of something that we did with the Matterport 3 Pro, or Pro 3, or whatever, 3 Pro. You got the video, Lawrence?
Yeah. I just have to share the entire screen because to pull it up like this. This is something that Herman and I did. This is a rooftop scan. You can see that, right? And this is only a part of it, but this was done with the Matterport Pro 3. Now, I actually edited and did a little video. Why is it not? There we go. The idea is to be able to scan. This is a 100 megapixel camera for $6,000 that we use on our sites. And this is some of the equipment and stuff that they want to see. I'm actually doing a fly through. We were on this roof doing an inspection, and this was kind of done after work was done, but this is part of the scan. I actually moved right here to show how clear this camera is at 100 megapixel. This is Brooklyn here. We are in Brooklyn near Prospect Park. And now the Matterport, this is an indoor environment right here. This Charter Communications, they run Spectrum in New York City. A lot of their server rooms and fiber optic rooms, when they're doing upgrades, we have to go in and scan the entire building from door to door. But that's just to give you an idea of what can be done with the Matterport Pro 3. So if you say, is it worth investing $6,000 in a LiDAR camera like this? Hell to the year. But for those of you who, go ahead, Herman.
Now, what I wanted to mention was the fact that there is a much less inexpensive way of tapping into a similar market with another product made from Matterport that will give you pretty much access to the Matterport system, and you can create your own. Their system will create those same models for you, but you don't have all of the same parameters with it that
Right.
you have
Correct.
with using the full system. So they have what they call an access, and this will use your cell phone to leverage the Matterport system to create those similar type of products.
Right.
Now, for those of you who work in real estate, and you don't have $1 million listings, and you want to sell properties and stuff like that, you want to be able to do it. Something like this, this is the motor. This motor screws onto the little tripod here, like this, and keep in mind, like I said, this is something that can give you similar peripherals. Now, this is not this doesn't work here in New York. It works well in other states, but not here in New York.
Right.
They want the full gamut. Now, this thing here slides inside of here, and it locks inside of there. You balance your phone inside of there, and you basically follow the instructions of the app. You'll have to get a work on in their system and use their app and everything on your phone to make it all work.
Right.
Lawrence, I believe, will be able to tell you, or if not, show you some of the stuff that we did with this, and actually tell you exactly what it is that we
right,
or how you would set this up.
Right. Okay, let me pull this window up here and hit share screen, and we don't have share window. There it is. I see it right here. This is, can you see this? Can you see the scan, Herman? For an overhead view?
No, I don't see anything yet.
Okay, hold on. Let me go to here and just go to share the whole damn PC. Entire screen. Give me that. That way I know you guys can see this. Okay, you can see this now, right?
Right.
Now the Matterport Axis, like Herman said, it can scan, your phone can scan in 3D, and if you have an iPhone with a LiDAR on it, you can do a more detailed scan. But this was done with the Matterport Axis. It's simple to just open up the app, you start a new project, but the first picture needs to be a 3D image. Then you could add 360 scans to it. If you notice the little icon with the man, that's your main scan. And these 360s will allow you to move around the areas where you scanned. The Matterport Axis does not like working in the heat. So now you say $6,000 camera versus a $90 3D camera system. There's no comparison.
Well, the
This is
little
done
motor,
with your, huh?
the little motor and the tripod is $90.
Yes, right. This is done with your cell phone. So if your cell phone has a crappy camera, you
You'll
may get crappy results. Now, keep in mind, I also want to point out the Matterport Axis is really not designed for outside. Hey, Jackson RC.
No, that's why I
Yes,
said who work in real estate and stuff like that.
If you're doing real estate and you're doing indoor shoots, you can get away with this with the Matterport Axis. It does, your phone will get hot, and it'll tell you temperature warning and stuff like that. In which case, you need to have two options for your clients. Okay, you have the Matterport Pro 3, which gets 100 megapixel. Of course, it's going to cost you more if we come in and scan that. And then you have the Matterport Axis, which is 1,000 times cheaper, but there's nowhere near the quality you get of that Matterport Pro 3. If I can, Herman, real quick, I want to show how the Axis does now. The Axis allows you to scan in 360, so you can spin around in a 360, or you can do a 3D walkthrough. Okay, now, if you don't mind, Herman, I just want to show that area. This was done. Hold on, let me shrink that down. Bring this up.
Okay.
This area was done. Okay, using all 3D scans. Now, what I showed you before was a 3D scan with 360s. This particular area here, can you see it? Okay.
Oh, hold on a second.
You can see it, right?
Yes.
Okay. This particular area is just a park area. It's a little rotunda area. I started out here in the corner, but what I wanted to point out was this was done outside with the Matterport Axis. As you can see, you can look up and see the dome. My very first scan was in the middle of this column, and I started working my way outside. And if you notice, every time I click, you see little circles on the ground? That's your full 3D scan. This was done with the cell phone. Like I said, the Axis does not like the outdoors, the heat and stuff like that, but it's mainly designed for indoor. I did this strictly to see what it could do outdoors. Okay.
Well, I don't know if the Axis itself doesn't like the outdoors and the heat.
It's your cell phone.
I think that the cell phone, once the cell phone gets hot from being out in the sun, it can't connect to the Axis and it has trouble connecting. So that's why.
Yeah.
And you don't find it with the Pro camera setup.
Right, but it's a good little tool. Like I said, if you're doing real estate and you want to get into real estate shooting, and you don't have $6,000 to drop on a Matterport Pro 3, they do have a Matterport Pro 2, but that also is mostly designed for indoors.
Well, see,
I say
that
$3,000.
Well, not to cut you off, Lawrence. Well, excuse me, but I think that the Axis is good for someone who is not showing off big time listings, but wants to get a little fancy.
Yeah.
And they can, if they have the time, they can use this and get a whole walkthrough of the entire house.
And it's a good way to, if you've never done anything 3D, it's a good way to get your foot wet and get the concept down, because like Herman explained, with the Axis, the camera fits in, it tilts down to catch a certain angle, then you have to tilt it up to catch, and it will stitch everything together like you saw in that little gazebo park area. What happened?
It will spleen.
Yes. But it's we just want to let you guys know, like we go to these cell tower inspections, and the client may want a Matterport scan, or the client may just want a 360 scan. So why would you carry a $6,000 camera if you don't have to?
Who knew?
But it is well worth it. I mean, if you're going to be getting work like that, it's definitely worth it. But for what we do with cell tower inspections and stuff like that, and other tasks, it comes in handy. Wouldn't you say, Herman?
Okay, it does.
So if you guys wanted to know what we were doing, that's basically it for actually right now. Right, and I say right now.
Right now.
Because
Right.
things are always happening, things are always changing.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm interested in exploring more of New England.
Right. But
Come,
if you
Rhode
never,
Island, your way.
what happened?
Rhode Island and Massachusetts, we're headed your way.
Yeah. We were just in Connecticut for the last month, 3 weeks. I say 3 weeks. I say 2, going on 3 weeks almost. We've been in Connecticut doing towers out there.
You know what I think is weird? That you have to travel past so many of them to get to the one that you're looking for.
I know, right? Couldn't we just stop and inspect this one here on the side of the road and get back to New York? Or hey, Ronnie, what's good, man? How are you?
Hey, what's going on, man? But you know what, Lawrence? I wanted to move on because we got a couple other things we want to talk about.
Yeah.
And your favorite company, because SkyeBrowse. Yeah,
Hey, they're good people.
Yeah, they've released a new they released
A new feature.
A new GPS tool. This is great because this tool from them is great for the construction industry as well as the inspection and surveying. Because from what I understand, from what SkyeBrowse is saying, this is something that was requested by their customers. Because now with this new GPS tool, you can just click on the map, find the lines of longitude and latitude, and you can make, oh my goodness, your 3D models even faster now with them. Oh, you know, I forgot you were sharing the video. Yeah, you can. Yeah, their lines of longitude. Yeah, see the new 3D tool? It'll bring up all your little lines of longitude and everything like that.
The exact spot.
Right, everywhere where you move it to, it'll give you the information. You can flip it over to Google Maps and bring up the same location.
Yes.
It is great. The new and the one thing about SkyeBrowse, they're probably like one of the fastest of creating a model. And you can actually create a model in the field and share it to the client or your customer right away, or even within or in-house in no time. So SkyeBrowse,
their turnover, and it's basically because they use video as opposed to pictures,
right,
to shoot their stuff. And you could share this in real time with anyone. That he just showed the share link, but once that person has that link, they can actually go around and move around the map and measure and do whatever things like that. Like he just switched to Google Maps. This is the exact location where he is right now. Okay, of that house.
This is very similar to what we do with the Matterport.
Yes. Very, very close. But if you guys want to see the video.
And with the drone from what we did with the church.
But if you want to see the video in detail. And SkyeBrowse, they have a list of DJI drones. Big Matt, what's good, man? Hope all is well. If you want to get into low-level, low-end mapping, SkyeBrowse, they like I said, they use video as opposed to pictures.
And it's
but
quick.
They have,
It's very quick.
Yes. The turnaround time. Hey, Jack Rabbit, how are you? The turnaround time usually, like when we upload pictures, because with the Matterport, we have a little bit of a turnaround time when we upload maps or anything we've done to the Matterport system, we know, depending on the size and how many scans, roughly about how long it's going to take before the finished product gets back to us.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something that SkyeBrowse is adding to their arsenal. You know,
Really?
it's I see a few people do use SkyeBrowse. It's just not industry standard.
And that's and it's, because it's so quick. I don't know. It's so quick to get those things done. If you ever used it.
Mm-hmm. Right. It does 2 orbits, one at 1 altitude, then it goes back and does another one and
it
compiles your video. Yeah.
And it starts processing immediately.
Yep. Hold on. And I mean, we're not saying go out there and go and buy a $6,000 scanner. We're not saying go out and buy the $90 version, but we're just letting you know some of the stuff that we use while we are inspecting cell phone towers.
I just wanted to show, because I was asked how much does that camera cost that we were using.
That we use. Okay.
And I now see that there is a much less inexpensive way to get similar results using the same system
on a much smaller scale.
Right. And it's like this is like a $10 tripod. It's like nothing. Then it comes, you're paying for that motor because that motor actually links and it turns and spins to do what it has to do.
Right.
The same way the big camera would have its own motor that spins.
Right. So, now, I just wanted to point out that, like you said, there are not a lot of people who know about mapping and stuff like that. But once you get into it, you understand how everything works. This right here is that area with the dome. I started out in the center here, 1, then I did 2, and I did an outer orbit, then I started doing the external stuff. But this is pretty much what your work screen looks like. 1, of course, is you need a starting point. I should have started where 25 was, but I had a different idea when I started the project. You have the project name. I just named the gazebo 1, and this is full 3D scan. But the Matterport axis works better for 360s.
Mm-hmm.
When we need something large for a 3D scan, we usually use the Matterport Pro 3.
Is that right? Okay.
What's up, Jackrabbit? How are you guys? Big Matt says he's just checking in. Big Matt, it's been a year, man, a year plus since we've been back over there to Long Island City.
Word?
We need to make another trip, man.
I thought you was just over there the other day.
Driving through or passing through, yeah.
Where?
That's about it.
Okay.
All right. SkyeBrowse is
is the joint though. Got to get into the SkyeBrowse.
It's not a bad It's not a bad program. I mean, it's cost effective.
SkyeBrowse. Browse. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I digress.
Oh man.
You don't know what the price of that Neo is going to be. If they're giving away goggles and a controller and all of that.
I told you what it's going to be.
It's the classic price.
Dude said right there, 300.
Yeah, okay.
300.
With goggles 3, right?
Giving you the goggles on a discounted price and giving you
the goggles only going to have 1 working lens.
The drone is free.
Oh, that's what it is. They're throwing the drone. Then I really enjoy knowing about what you do, Phantom Flight. Thank you, John. John said, "Thanks, guys, for all the info. I really enjoy knowing about what you do." Well, we
you.
just, there are just people that ask, "What do we do, and where are we, and how come we're not around as much?" So we kind of wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that we do. We can't show everything because, client confidentiality, but
Ooh, word.
SkyeBrowse is for open spaces. I would be concerned using it in tight areas. I agree because of the orbit that gives Raymond. Yeah, because of the orbit that it does. Because it needs to be able to see the subject at one altitude, and then when it backs out to the second altitude and tilts the camera, it's got to be able to see that too, and then it combines the video.
Like a lot between two buildings might be a problem.
Yeah, definitely. You could use it for scanning areas like parks or an open building in the middle of a field, an open treed area, but you could get away with it. Yeah, I would agree. Tight spots for SkyeBrowse, I would not suggest. I remember when we were experimenting with it, Herman, we used the Air 2S,
Mm-hmm.
and it has a list. SkyeBrowse has a list of drones that work with them.
Yep.
I'm gonna see if I can find it.
It's got to capture video well.
SkyeBrowse supported drones. They must know what I'm talking about. Supported drones for SkyeBrowse. Let me just share this screen with you guys, and you can see what's happening with SkyeBrowse real quick. SkyeBrowse supported for drones. Share. Fully supported. This is everything. DJI Avata, the Avata 1 interior mapping tutorial coming soon. So they're using the Avata with SkyeBrowse to tour inside and do mapping. DJI Phantom 4 Pro V2, the Mavic Pro, the Mavic 2 Pro Zoom Enterprise, the M210 V1 V2 RTK, the DJI Mini 3 Pro with the Pro remote. Does not always allow APK installations on the regular RC, meaning I don't need to sign up. I'm already a member. The Mavic 3 Enterprise, the Mavic, the M30, the M30T, the M300, the RTK, the Autel Evo 2 Pro, the 6K, the 8K, the Dual 640T, V1 iOS only. Autel only Apple. But and these are semi-supported, meaning they can do small things. The Mini SE, the Mini 2 SE, the DJI Air, the DJI Air 2S has gone to limited. What? That's okay. I get a Mavic 3. DJI Mini 3 Pro. And not supported are the Avata 2, the Mini 3 without the RC Pro, the Mini 3 Classic, the Pro or the Sin, the Air 3, the Mini 4, the DJI FPV, the Tello, the Spark, the Agras, the Flycart, and it goes on and on. I'll just put this link in the chat.
It goes on and on and on and on. And on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here we go. We're gonna talk about next, right, Lawrence?
Yeah.
One of the things that a lot of guys in the community been worried about is like what's going on with the community and will we be able to fly our DJI drones? And we all know Autel was added to the same list with DJI, so they're sharing a cell over there in cell block H together. So with that being said, I tell everyone, make sure you let your voice be heard, voice your opinion. There's a link in the description for the Drone Advocacy Alliance. Please let your voice be heard. Go down there, click on the link. Let your local people know, your state officials know how you feel about what's going on and these, the laws that's out there that they're working on. Let them know, because we've been talking about this for a few months now, and I think we all know that we are going somewhere. because they've been waffling around with the wording in these bills, and the only thing left for them to do is to come back with amendments and stuff like that, and other things that I see now that everybody else is starting to worry about now with the wording now that's going on about not being able. But that wording was already always on the table, and we knew it could come back. So that part about the components and stuff in the drone and the time period for this, that, the other. So, like I said, keep voicing your keep voicing your opinions. Let them hear your voice
Definitely.
in your emails, and if you can speak to them directly, if you can, if that's something that's capable for you, do so, and let your voice be heard. Please let your voice be heard.
This is true. And with that, Herman, it's time for the next sponsor.
Oh, really? Oh, time's flying. Well, for 10% off on all your Nano products, please feel free to use Phantom Flight 10. That's for 10% off on all your Nano products. So if you have anything you need protected other than your drones, because they do make a drone case for every drone on the market. Pretty much really the drones that actually sell. So DJI and Autel drones, they make cases for. Like I said, check them out. They make cases for your guns, watches, any of your collectible items, anything you'd like to protect. They make a case for. They even do customs. They do gimbal cases. They make custom cases for all of the gimbals that are out. So check them out. It's a really nice company. They've been good to me. So I don't know. I shared the coupon code with you guys.
Just a word of advice real quick, because John Olson asked a question. He asked, have I tried making a map, doing mapping with my Air 2S? Only on SkyeBrowse, because we were doing a demo thing to advertise for them one time, and we needed to see what SkyeBrowse could do. They had a free session at one time, and we went to a local park. Like Draymond said, SkyeBrowse you could use in open areas to map an area like a children's park or a house in a big field. I would not suggest in tight places, because it not only does it record using video, but it flies in a circle.
It flies orbit.
It flies an orbit in a circle at a certain speed and a certain altitude, and then it backs out and goes higher and completes another orbit, and then you can upload that information right there on the spot, right, Herman?
Yep.
Yeah, you can upload it on the spot right there via Wi-Fi, and not say minutes. I'd say maybe about 15 minutes to a half hour. You have a finished product that you can scan and stuff like that.
Yes.
I have not looked at my SkyeBrowse account in a minute.
Oh boy.
What are we doing next? Go ahead. I'm just checking to see if my account is still active.
Browse account. Look out. You sound like me with the Lumix. Everything on my phone. Everything on the phone. Operate from the phone. I'm still amazed by how that thing can actually move the Ronin.
I still have an account here. Model archived.
They're not going to kick you out.
Yeah, but hold on. My stuff has been archived. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I still have my I'm surprised though. I haven't been there in a minute.
They're not going to kick you out.
Entire screen share.
You got all of the what do you call it?
Here it is. It says it's been recovered. Okay, so let's do this.
They charge you how much a month now to do this?
I'll go to the pricing. Let's see if I could recover this. Oh, they want me to pay to recover it. Yeah, these are the models that I did. I did have the free version, so they archived it. So I guess they're saying if I pay, let's
want
click
it?
on this one.
Got
Let's see. If I want to recover it, premium, request a quote. Well, we're not doing that. But it's third. Now you guys see, you wanted to see pricing? Here we go, Herman. We can go to pricing for it. Yeah, I'm on freemium. It says right here.
Look at that.
SkyeBrowse. Let's see. Tutorials, interior AI models. I don't see nothing that says price. I see nothing that says pricing. All right, I tried.
Go up to the pricing. Pay the man.
I hit right here on freemium. It says, yeah, I can't see anything unless I unlock this model for $34. Then 1 month subscription, 6 month subscription. Unlock this model for 6 months. What happened?
Get your hand out of my pocket.
Hey, real quick, we got something to show from Uncle Extra's Medium.
Oh, what happened with Uncle Extra Medium?
Uncle Extra's Medium.
Brace yourself for a laugh riot with Uncle Extra Medium. This clown isn't just for kids' parties. Uncle Extra Medium's jokes will make you cry laughing. From YouTube to TikTok to Instagram, he's spreading giggles faster than a sneeze in allergy season. But he needs your help to hit 1 million followers and finally swap his circus tent for a beach bungalow. So like, share, and subscribe, because even clowns deserve their day in the sun.
Hey, yeah. Help support your local clown, especially Jim Beauchart, known as Uncle Extra Medium. Come on, you know the guy's hilarious. Can I show one of his jokes, Herman, real quick? Huh? I'll just show one of them. I'll just show one really quick, guys, with audio really quick, and we're out.
Seen this before.
My girlfriend left a note on the fridge saying, "It's not working. I can't take any more. I'm going to my mother's place." Well, I opened up the fridge. The light came on. The beer's cold. What the hell is she talking about?
How's it now with you?
Yeah, so support Uncle Extra Medium. He's trying to get to that 1 million subscribers, guys. You all know him. You all know Jim Beauchart. Yes, he is. He's hilarious. Might have to try SkyeBrowse. It actually, Eldon, it's not bad. It uses video, but you need wide, like Draymond said, you need wide open play space for it to do an orbit. Check it out. This is not a paid endorsement, but I will go to my SkyeBrowse page and give you their main page, not models. I'll give you their main site.
All I will say about that is SkyeBrowse is a nice feature. They have a lot of nice tools that they've been adding on over.
Your client can measure stuff. Yeah.
The thing is, it's about what your client wants to use, and that's where it matters the most. And things like this you can play around with if something that you can afford to play around with. But other than that, when it comes to the peripherals and your deliverables that you're going to give to your client, it's about the software that they're using, and that's what you're going to really need. And I'm not saying that no one uses SkyeBrowse. I can't say that because I don't know anyone that uses it, if there is or isn't. But somebody must be, because they're creating more tools and they have people who are asking for these things.
Right.
And that's why they claim that they did this new thing with it. But it's just a lot to dive into. And I just wanted to share that. But I did want to mention that, like I said before, Autel was added to the same list with DJI. So like they're cellmates now. But Autel has a new drone series, and they've introducing the Autel Evo Lite Enterprise that comes in at 866 grams. Let's check that out. What's going on with that, Lawrence?
Right here. Check it out.
Who am I? In the never-ending stream of traffic, I am the guardian of urban order. Is everyone clear? Yes, sir. Move out.
Possible wild detected in a vacant lot behind Xindao Community's back mountain. We need to mobilize immediately to support.
What he said something about what? Godzilla's coming?
I am the vanguard, charging towards danger. Amidst countless lights of homes,
Yo, this drone is serious, bro.
defender of civilization's border. Every call to action, I come prepared. Quickly diving into operational scenes. Becoming a reliable partner for frontline heroes. I am Autel Robotics Lightweight Enterprise Drone, EVO Light Enterprise Series. Weighing in at only 866 grams, I am never a burden, always ready to go. Flying freely, I excel in completing missions. With the new Autel Smart Controller SE-V2, create quick missions with ease, swiftly reaching distant targets for the next operation. Combined with intelligent AI recognition, precisely capturing key clues like people, vehicles, and boats. Customizable toolbar, offline maps, and other auxiliary functions. Optimizing operational experience.
And that's it. That's it. If you want to see any more, I'll put the link so you guys can check it out.
The Autel Evo Lite 640T Enterprise.
Right.
Has a dual camera split screen comparison on the screen. You can dual screen capture. I love this drone already from what they were showing. Also, the Autel Evo Lite 6K Enterprise.
Yeah.
Ooh, for police and securing and police, operations. This one is specified for police and for also for traffic management or with this thing. I love this drone. I can't say any more about it. I really like what they did with this. You're talking about a 6K camera on this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Autel also has their Skylink 2.0 HD imaging transmission. They have a new obstacle avoidance system, I guess, on this thing that they're talking about, or it's an enhanced obstacle avoidance system. An open mobile SDKs on this 2.0, 2.0, and also we're talking about data encryption to secure your privacy on your data that's captured with your enterprise drone. I believe that this is the route that all enterprise drones will be making of encrypting data. But from where I've seen with Autel with this drone and what I'm looking at, I like it. Your opinion, Lawrence? Because I know you had a heavy opinion about the 1-inch and the CMOS sensors that are being used in this.
Well, you're 100% right.
Stepped it up.
I think Autel stepped their game up, and by going, we knew they were going to go enterprise anyway, but the 1-inch sensor is already great. But for those who can afford the Pro version, I think the Pro version shoots in 8K and has a 4/3 sensor. And the 6K version is the 1-inch sensor. So either way, it's a win-win situation for that drone.
Right.
I mean, Honestly, would I prefer the 4/3 sensor? Hell yeah, I have one in my Mavic, but I'm not going to turn down the 1-inch sensor. I still love the 1-inch sensor on my Air 2S.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the thing. Once these drone companies get away from that little cell phone camera, except for like on their minis and smaller birds, I think people are going to start going crazy. Look how crazy we went with the 1-inch sensor with the Mavic 2 Pro, remember?
With the who? What? What?
The 1-inch sensor on the Mavic 2 Pro. Remember when they introduced that? With the 1-inch sensor, everyone was, ooh.
Well, you know what? 1-inch sensor, the 1-inch sensor, and I say this because everybody knows the Mavic 2, for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But the drone marvel of the world was the Phantom 4 Pro.
Yeah.
It was the first drone to have a 1-inch sensor. It was the first drone to have a camera that had all 3 aspect ratios in full effect.
It
was the first drone. It was the first drone to have obstacle avoidance front, back, and side.
Yeah, that's true.
Never been done.
On back, side, and below.
It had never been done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. That was the pinnacle, and still today, 7.5 years, almost 8 years later, they're still using it.
And a mechanical shutter in it. It's just like construction years ago. They just built it to last forever because they didn't know any better.
Right. Now, do you think you can get a drone like that? Hell to the no. You'll get one in pieces.
But Autel, this is a nice little drone that Autel's putting out. I hope I hope it is what they say it is in all of the commercials and all of the specs that I've seen so far on it. I hope it is what they say it is. You know,
I think they've worked out. I think they've worked out a lot of stuff.
I hope
they've had more than enough time to work out all the bugs with everything. They're not doing consumer level drones anymore, so they can focus.
They worked out all the bugs in it.
Yeah, work out all the bugs.
I hope so, because we don't need anything with bugs in it.
Now, the only thing is, what price mark are these things going to go at? Being that the Enterprise, we're definitely looking $7,000 or more.
No, they're lights. They're lights.
Oh, so the price is going to be light too?
They're going to be light on the price.
Yeah, okay.
They're going to be light. They're going to be light on the price.
Wishful thinking.
Sound good, right?
So. Yeah, right. Sounds good.
You didn't
Scott
hear
says bugs are good protein. It's true. That is true.
See, I hear people say that, but I'm good with the section of the food chain that I fit in.
Yeah, I'm cool with that too. See, I agree with you.
See, that's the problem with human beings. They try to jump around the section of the food chain. Like, the bugs are supposed to eat you. You're not supposed to eat them.
You're interrupting the flow of life. After the Phantom 4 series, DJI just simply set the boundaries of consumer market and commercial market.
Yes, they did.
Yes.
Yeah, it's called piecemeal.
Jack Rabbit, he goes, bugs are good protein, but he just ate some good hamburgers.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. See,
that's what I'm saying. See that animal that you ate, right, eats grass. You eat the animal, then the bugs eat you, and then it just keeps revolving. I don't want to eat the bugs. No, I'm good.
Not knowingly. Not
knowingly. Yeah. You know, it's all a cycle. You know what I mean? Huh? It's all a cycle. If you eat anything that grew out of the ground or ate from the ground, then the bugs are in you already.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can't do anything about that.
And if you don't understand, If you don't understand what I'm saying, you know, when the bus shows up in the morning, instead of waving bye-bye to the kids, get on the bus with them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, those GMOs.
No, I'm talking about the whole process and how all of that works, and the fly lava and all of the.
Oh yeah. Stop. Yeah, I'm good.
You learn that along the way in school. People just forget it.
Draven got jokes. He said, "Just keep Lawrence away from wearing shorts out in the field."
Oh yeah.
Draven, you were right. I did wear pants that day, and I'm glad I listened to you and Herman both, because I'd have been out there, and we got bug spray. I'd have been out there itching and trying to fly a drone and do things and
doing the dance
and
doing the dance while they're eating your legs up.
Yeah, and we've seen some big ass ants out there too. I'm like, I knew ants grew big, but damn.
You can
Some of
see
these
his
stuff
face,
to scroll
right?
up on, huh?
You can see their face, right?
Yeah, for real. And you look down at an ant and he look up at you. Here, what you looking at? Yeah, the bug's no joke out in the field. Draymond knows.
That's not an ant.
Yeah, right. If you could see his face, you see his face and mandibles and let me move this wire. I'm running over this wire with a wheel.
We gotta keep moving because DJI released a new firmware update for the Mavic 3 Enterprise series.
Yep.
Now, this software package does a few things, from enhancements to and smoothing out a lot of optimization of things, even dealing with the obstacle avoidance, as well as the making things a lot more flexible with the selection of the flight start. You can set precise, precision locations on your start for your missions with this thing now. I don't know exactly what they're actually talking about, because I'd like to be able to get into it and mess around with what they're talking about. This is a lot going on right now with DJI. DJI now seems to be optimizing and updating all of their drones.
They're tweaking.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of tweaking. And I don't know if the tweaking that they're doing has a lot to do with what is being talked about with in the Chinese government right now with drones, but there's a lot of I'm hearing with drones in China that is going on. But for those of you who are interested in this firmware update, and those of you who have the Mavic series, Enterprise series from the Mavic 3 Enterprise to the multispectral, there are a few different versions that are available. I believe that in the controller they're the same, but when it comes to the aircraft, they slightly vary.
Right.
And there's also updates for the apps and the Terra software. So please check that all out. Make sure you go to the proper locations to do these updates and stuff like that. And when I said to you about the recent changing and all the updates and stuff that's going on, from what I'm seeing out there, Lawrence, is that, and this is funny because the Chinese government now is starting to look into changing as of the Chinese government, but as far as will implement changes to its drone export control.
Right.
Yeah, starting as of September 1st of this year. So as far as like stuff like precision measurement equipment, like with like features that may be on drones and what the drones can do, those things like that and things like that would be on the list of things that are going to be I guess watched by, I guess China is also talking about securing their own their own security to their country, and due to the recent scrutiny from the United States and their allies, as far as these features and tools like these things, the other products that they produce and export, and they were clear to mention and strictly about drones because there's been a lot of backlash about Beijing actually supporting Russia in the war in Ukraine, and DJI and the other drone manufacturers specific as that they are not in support of this, and that the drones are not for war efforts. But needless to say that like I said, the Chinese government is looking to strengthen their security of their national security and stuff like that. So they're going to be looking heavily into like the stuff that they're exporting to countries like the United States to stop the issues of the scrutiny of the company. So what I don't know how really to understand that from what I've been looking at and what I've been reading, but I'm wondering if now they may be dumbing down the drones, or that they're going to be shipping to us, or what, or is it that they're just going to be, I don't know. I don't really know how to take it, other than the fact that you're worried about, because we all saw the thing there with they saying that DJI can read heart rates. If DJI had that technology, would they be afraid to produce it now that that you did that?
Right.
Even though it's a tool that could help someone and it could be marketed in a way that could help, you may now put it in a way that they're afraid now to put that out to say this, So I don't know. So when they start talking about stuff like that, there's a lot going on with this thing that they've been talking about. I don't know what your thoughts are on it, Lawrence, if you had time to check it out.
I did. I think it's a good idea that China start filtering what they're allowing out of the country. Of course, we know they're filtering what comes in, but everyone's been pointing the finger at China, and they believe they're helping with weapons with Russia and the Ukraine war. China's got a lot of heat coming at it right now. So right. by safeguarding their national security and global supply chains, a lot of this stuff should die down eventually, and people will go back in their corners and get ready for the next round.
Yeah,
if that makes any sense.
Right, but does that happen at the expense of the consumer? We're a consumer nation.
Yes. Well, see, this is where the United States needs to get off our asses and start building these chip factories and teaching STEM in all schools, not selective schools.
You can build a chip factory, right? Or you're going to build chips. There's a factory in Wisconsin that's sitting there.
I know, empty building for decades, right?
See, you can talk about it, but you have to be about the entire ecosystem. You can build chips, but if everything else that you need to put that chip into is over there, you just got a box of chips.
Yeah, that's true. You're building a chip doesn't mean you're going to make money. You can build all of these chips and have nothing to put them in. I get it. I do get that. But with Herman, with that, it's like our sour cream chips.
Wow, really?
Scott, you've got issues.
But you know what? I just want to mention one more time that we got a little meetup
Play the
we got-
barbecue video. Play the barbecue video.
barbecue and a meetup coming up. So you guys are interested, check it out. That's right.
Eldon had asked the question, do we have a head count of how many people are coming to the meetup yet? And unfortunately, like the last meetup we had, we didn't get much of a response. And then all of a sudden people just started showing up. But no matter what,
we don't have a head count. We don't have a head count. We're really not counting heads. It's open to whoever knows about it comes on down.
Yep.
Bring a friend, tell a friend.
Bring a friend. So someone who doesn't fly drones, bring them anyway. Hey, Lloyd, how are you, man? I hope you could make it too.
If you want to bring something.
Yeah, if you want to bring something, hit up Herman or I before the 21st so we can see to coordinate what needs to be brung or what we need some assistance with. But with that, we're going to say Wednesday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by
Those
guys.
I like it. I like it when these guys say it better.
For drone news and tech talk, tune in every Wednesday night, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to Wednesday Night with Those Guys.
Yeah,
and with that, everyone, Lawrence, anything?
Yeah. No, be safe, fly safer.
And we'll see you next time with Those Guys. Good night, everyone.
Dan's got issues.